Hi my friends, it's Velvet. I am here with the latest little one signature junk journal. Wanted to show you what I've gotten done. Of course, well, did I glue? Yeah, I decoupage glued the cover and inside cover on, and then I stitched around it. I left an opening so that this could be, put something in there. And then I stitched on some fabric, or some lace, some trim. And I decorated underneath the trim. Now I am torn about sewing that down. I just don't know. See, if I had gone with this, the tulle all the way across, I would sew it down in a heartbeat. But, this makes it so you can't see. It's kind of cool that it flips up. And then I was able to actually sew on my sewing machine this in here, which is odd. It was very, very thick. I had to go very slow, but I managed to get it. I managed to do it the proper way. So that you're able to use all of these envelopes. So, let's see, that works. And I like that. I did a little more stitching. This is going to be my back pocket. And I was thinking about putting this in as my front pocket. So, and then I pulled, these are just things that were hanging out, so I thought, well, why not use stuff that's on your desk, right? I think that this might need to be inked. So I'm just going to glue this on 3 sides so that we can stick some paper or something in here. I'm going to leave this side open so that it's facing out. There we go. Oh goodness, that doesn't look like it wants to stay down, does it? I don't know why. I am, I guess, a little over the stitching here, but it's interesting. Oh, you know what? I did use the PVA glue as like a decoupage for this inside, so maybe that's part of the issue. Let's clip this just to make sure that it's going to stay there. And then I'll do the back one. I do wonder if maybe the fabric tack would be a better choice. It's not as thin. I like the thinner stuff on this kind of paper, but we'll see what happens. This might work better. So I hope everyone's having a good day. I am coming to you on a Tuesday. I just had an interview, the second one for a local university, where I feel like I aced that, but you know. They have probably had a ton of applications, you know, hundreds, seriously. It's a great local university that from day one you get free tuition, so I could get another degree or just take classes or whatever, right? Which would be really, really cool. I am a big fan of lifelong learning. So, sorry for my big arm in there. All right. Does this appear to be staying? All right. So we had some friends come over the other day, and one of them was smoking a cigar, and he left behind the cigar wrap, and of course I had to use it. It doesn't smell like the cigar, so it sat outside for a day, but I used it because it's just, I don't know, the shape of them are just, they're just so cool, in my opinion. I found a little tiny envelope. I don't know what to do with. I thought maybe I'd use it on something. Maybe I use it right here. Let's ink it up and see what we can do with it. I finally went through my basket of finished ephemera, and I sorted it out, and it turns out I have about 35 tags. I didn't count them, but that would be my best guess. Which is just kind of funny to me. They hide in that basket. Oh sure, why not? Let's use this. So, I was told that if I've made it to the finalist stage, I'll know in a few days. And then they bring the finalists into the actual school for in-person interviews. It's not as much money as I wanted, not as much as I was making, but the benefits are really incredible, and you know, you just can't exclude that, really. I mean, they're as good as what I had at the Alzheimer's Association, so let's put it that way. And, you know, the free tuition is just nothing to sniff over or sniff about. What is that? Whatever it is that you say. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. There, a little ticket. Cute, cute. All right. So I'm in a quandary about how to decorate these pockets. Because if you don't decorate them, you can, it gives all this writing space, right? That's what I was thinking. And then I do intend to to tuck little tags and writing paper in here. So I think what I'll end up doing is taking a couple sheets of my coffee dyed paper and tucking them in, because if I were to do a tag, it'd have to be a small tag, you know. Like this would be a little bit more difficult to write on, so I was thinking one of the acetate stickers for these. So let's grab a couple. Oh my gosh, Baxter. You want to see Baxter? There he is. That's my sweet little puppy dog. Said, Mama, I took your chair. Let's go back to the craft table. Pumpkin. Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay, I'm back. I had a little bit of a disaster. My arm that holds my camera fell right off the desk. So that was actually kind of funny. I was laughing the whole time. But I have returned. It was kind of funny. Now it seems like it's very sturdy. So I grabbed a whole bunch of, you know, the things that I was talking about. So I thought I would go to this. What I could do is I could put one here and one on the back. I'm just not sure. See, that would be too tall. I could do some leaves. Aren't these beautiful? They're just so pretty. too big for this project. Way too big for this project, but they're pretty. I love eucalyptus flowers. Ooh, I could do some pretty little mushrooms, but I just found some butterflies. I am a fan. Feathers. Okay, so let's try this one with butterflies. Provided I can get them off of the backing, which, as you know, is always difficult for me. I had to trim my thumbnails because my texts were getting out of control because my nails had gotten too long. Okay, oh, I almost had it. I used a little bit of my homemade washi that I made with the napkins the other day. I'll show you. It's just a small piece on the front cover, and I love it. It's got this really cool, like, fabric-y texture. Why is this not working? Oh dear. Got it. I got it. I know I do. There we go. All right. Now we are looking to do this. And then we can go like that on the back here and match it. Which is kind of cool. Would this size match? Oh, it would. Let's use a different one. If I can get this one apart. It's just so funny how when I was scrapbooking, I hated these. I hated stickers so much. Of course, they weren't making them as nice as this back then either. There we go. That's pretty good. And then the back side of this. Maybe we don't do butterflies on this one. Maybe we do the feathers. We could do mushrooms. Let's do feathers. Oh, these are pretty, aren't they? Look how pretty they are. Oh, that one's nice. Yeah, I would definitely want to use that one. Gotta flip them over so you can see. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Let's try this one on this side. And then it still gives the owner some space to, you know, doodle or whatever on there. I mean, a Sharpie would work on that. The other thing I could do is I could do a little bit of stamping. I always forget to do that in my journals. I just want to make sure that yeah, okay. Good. Placed correctly. That's nice. Like that. Well, I like them all, so, you know. Oh, it's the same one, so I guess that's the one that wants to be there. Hoping to get this one done today. I think I'll put it on my Etsy, really inexpensive. I'm actually having a sale on my Etsy right now. Although by the time you see this, my sale might be over. But I might renew it because it's been a little slow going on my Etsy lately. I don't know if my price point isn't right. I think it is, but, you know, maybe people just aren't buying. That could be too. People are waiting to use up their current journals before buying a new one. I do have one amazing customer who has bought a couple of them from me. She tends to like the larger ones, so I think she could be a good candidate for the most recent one I made. That was taller than usual. The one with the gator mouth. Let's leave these here. Oh, I wanted to show you this right here. That is, can you hear that? That is the napkin washi that I made. I love it. I love that it's got kind of a little edge. You could rip that, of course, but you can leave it on as just a decoration. I really like how that turned out. I would definitely make a lot more of that. I should really do something here, even if it's just a stamp or something. Let's do that right now. Let me find something that's pretty small, if I can. Sorry. I was thinking I could use this, but then I would only ink to like the number 2. So let's see if I can do that. Huh, it worked. That looks pretty cool, right? All right. All right, now this one I think I'll leave closed, but I'm definitely going to put some paper in there for him. I just want to, well, that might be cool with some of these other decorations. So if I cut this down and then put that on top, that could be fun. So let's do that. So typically when I attach punchinella, I would do a little on that side. So it would be like this, because it's almost impossible to get it on these little things. So I do this, kind of just tacks it where I want it to be. It's not permanent, but it does, it's kind of like a placeholder, I guess. Oh, I hope I remembered to ink up the edges on the other side here. I did not, but you know what? That's okay. There we go. Now the glue on the back of this will help hold that punchinella in place. There. That's fun. I can probably put something here. That would be cool, I think. I do feel like I need to get some lace in here since there's some on the top. So let me grab something thin. Oh, this isn't lace, but it is trim. And this is some vintage stuff that I got from an individual in the Netherlands. All right, so I just want to make sure that this is all frayed. Oh, not really what I meant by frayed, but okay. All right, now for this, I am going to use the Fabri-Tac. Now, what I do want to do is kind of get rid of some of that. It's okay to have some, but I don't want it to all unravel. And then I'll just use this last little bit of stuff on top of that. So like that. I just like a tilt. I don't know. I just think it adds interest when you tilt something. Although on here I really didn't tilt anything, but it's covered up with stuff, so it doesn't matter. All right. I've got that decoration, but do we want something more? Is that too much? Maybe we need something, you know, just something a little smaller here. Could go like this. To go do some yard work this afternoon. Blech. I'm so over the yard work. We still haven't gotten in our pool yet, though. We've had it open for a few weeks, and it's just not been warm enough out. But finally, this week it's supposed to be all in the 80s, so we should be able to be in by the weekend. I did almost jump in yesterday. I did all the weed eating around the yard, and it is a lot. We have a hedgerow, but we also have a lot of obstacles in our yard, so we've got, you know, a couple trees, big gardens that I need to weed around. It's just a pain. And it was, even though I did it in the morning, it was warm. So I did ink some of these edges too, by the way, after the fact. Yesterday, I think I did that, or the day before. I didn't get them all. That needs a decoration, I believe. We could do something like this and then do a stamp on it. Oh, why not? Let's just use this. There it is. That's cool. I don't know why I keep wanting to use this. It's a little long, I think, but I do feel like I don't need to decorate everything. It just kind of looks cool on its own, doesn't it? I think. I mean, you know, maybe like do that there. Might be kind of cool to tuck some punchinella in a pocket. And they can decorate. And you could tuck something like that in there. It's kind of cool, huh? I do feel like I need to use this. You know what I'm going to do though? I'm going to go like this. So it looks worn. Crumple it up. Ink some edges. Let's tear that corner. There. I love these old ads. Melon's emulsion of cod liver oil and hypophosphites for coughs and colds. Invaluable for bronchitis. Cool. Do another ticket. Oh, I should grab a couple of my clusters maybe. I've got some smaller ones and some bigger ones. I could do a couple smaller ones on here. Really, really loving doing the clusters lately. It's just so much fun. I had determined that I wanted to use everything that I had sitting here, so because it was sitting here and it's time to use this stuff up. Here's my wonky straight lines. Okay. And then just that one really. I think the next thing I want to try is doing an all off-white and light beige something or other. I don't know what. Small album, maybe a paper bag album, and just see how that goes because I love how that looks together. All right, so what did I say I wanted to do? Oh, clusters. Oh, I put them all right here now. Let's see, except, where are they really? Let's grab it. So this is what I did. I sorted out my stuff. Oops. Anyways, this is where clusters start. Oops. I could use that one for sure. I could use that one, why not? And I'll use that one. I'll get rid of the small ones. These are the rest of the ones I've been doing. That one's nice. And then the clusters end here, and then tags. Tags and more tags. Turns out I have a lot of tags. Got things that I could use as belly bands. And then these are more like journaling spots or pockets. I think more pockets than journaling spots. And then these are envelopes-ish. Envelopes, like put together pocket kind of things. I love the Edith Holden ones. They're so pretty. And then these are pockets, but you know, different like foldy pockets. And then all of this is kind of like miscellaneous stuff, I guess. This is a 2-pocket thing. I guess, well, yeah, I guess these are pockets too. And then back here is just miscellaneous stuff and the tall things I've done with envelopes. I need to do those again. All right, so I have picked out a couple of those things that I can use. I definitely feel like something needs to go there. So that's what we will do. And I think I'm going to have this done just in time for my husband to come home from grocery shopping. So that's cool. Right here. I am pretty sure that these couple of clusters here were in a swap that I did, but I couldn't begin to guess where they came from, quite frankly. But they're awful cute. And then we just have to find a place for that. I don't know what all this stuff on here is. Maybe just from storing, you know. There. Now this one I know I did, because that is a part of a time card on the back, and I have a bunch of those that I like to use for things. All right, so what I am going to do is I am just going to stuff the pockets with some paper that can be written on, and then I am going to call this book done. I will, of course, do a closure. May even use this, although I kind of want to save that. That's a nice it's nice trim. I'll probably use some sari silk again. So this is what we're looking like. And I will probably, well, I probably won't do a flip through since you've already seen the whole thing. All I'm going to do here is just add some paper inside the envelopes and call it a day. So thank you so much for sticking with me through this amazingly interesting video and my camera crash. I do appreciate you. I appreciate everything you do. Hitting the like button, subscribing, and everything else. And you have a great day. Bye.